Hi, today on Community with Carol, I am happy to partner with Lakeside Life Smith Lake. And today, the nonprofit that I want to showcase is In His Wakes. And I have two wonderful gentlemen here that has brought this national organization to our community on Smith Lake. Can you introduce yourselves?
Sure, I'm Greg Darnell.
Rob Markham.
And I just wanted to have them on today because this is a nonprofit that I didn't know even came to my community. And I'm so excited, and it's a wonderful organization, so I'm excited for them to tell you about it. Can you just tell me, when did this organization begin?
Oh, wow. Rob's probably better at that.
So Christy Overton Johnson, the world record holder for women's slaloms, water skiing for like 12 years, started all this. Once Christy retired, she realized that she really wanted to reach out to at-risk kids and developed a method to do that through water sports. And since then, it's really blossomed. And Chrissy has since handed it over to Nate Miller, who's the president of In His Wakes, and Christy now has Christy Overton Johnson Ministries, and she's focused on prison ministries. And Nate runs In His Wakes.
Oh, that's wonderful. And so when did you bring it to Smith Lake? Because you two gentlemen are the reason it's at Smith Lake, correct?
It is. Primarily, Rob made a contact every year. There's a big water ski tournament, national tournament, the Masters. It's down at Callaway Gardens in Georgia, and Rob and his family have gone to that for years. And he met Christy there and got talking about In His Wakes and the opportunity to bring it to Smith Lake. Met Nate Miller there. And we've been doing it for about 7 years on Smith Lake.
Right, Greg?
And Nate comes every year, he and his wife Ivy. They oftentimes have some helpers with them, some support staff. His daughter comes and maybe some others, but they will bring their motor home and a boat. And then Rob and I contribute our boats. Rambo Marine has provided boats for us in the past. And we'll have a group of those at-risk kind of children. Some of them are older, but lots of times they're children that will come and join us for a day, and we try to create it as a day to remember. And most people don't realize how many things in life, and for us, we use water skiing here, are analogous to your Christian faith in your walk with God. For example, a boat has to pull you through the water, so the way Nate puts it is you're connected to a power source. Well, in life, who is that power source for you? And so the day is kind of full of those kind of analogies, and
We're all kind of sports guys, so
Yeah.
sports analogies, I get this.
Yes.
Yeah.
And kids understand that, but because if they're having fun, they can relate that back, and that'll be something they'll remember during those hard times or those times in their life where they need that power source in their life, right?
Absolutely. A lot of these kids, they can't swim. Maybe they've never even been in the water or been to a lake. They've not gotten in a boat, so they have to put their trust in something during the course of the day. Maybe it's a life jacket that I'm not sure is going to float me. And so, again, another analogy. So those kind of things go on all day long.
Yeah, when they first get off the bus, they look and go, "Oh my, that's an ocean."
Yes.
I didn't know lakes were that big.
And it's funny to watch them as they start out into the water, whether it's coming off we call it our beach on one side of the property. They'll come off the beach, or whether it's on a tube and you first start up, they're terrified. And there's this moment where they just freeze, and then all of a sudden you have a picture op, a photo op, because then this big smile breaks out.
Yes. So, while the children are there that day, how does it look? I know you eat and you play games and things like that. Is there other chances there to minister to the children when you have them there?
Oh, absolutely. That kind of goes on all day, and it's about, getting to know them, talking to them, building a relationship with them. A lot of them don't have a lot of adult role models, so just an adult being willing to sit down and have a conversation is great, but the whole day is laid out to lead up to an opportunity at the end to share with them the gospel. So Nate will do a kickoff that's at the beginning, share some safety rules, all that. But he'll sort of set the day up as, you know, in water sports, as in life, you're not going to accomplish anything if you don't first get off the dock. And so some of that hesitancy maybe to participate, we kind of encourage that on the front end. Then all day long, people are there. There's cameras in every boat, and you're taking pictures. And kind of as things are wrapping up, Nate and his wife Ivy disappear. They put all together a little show for them, gather them back up at the end of the day before they leave, show them that show, and then look what you've accomplished. You know, look what you've done. And talk to them about the applications that we've been discussing, and share with them the gospel, and say that you know, God loves you. There are struggles in life, sure, but God's always there for you. So
They have victory and get off the dock. Is the key words that they use throughout the whole day. All these words, get off the dock, victory, is at the end of the day, it all comes together, and hopefully they realize during those tough moments they have in their life, they're going to have these at-risk kids. They're going to make the right choice and can look to God for help.
Right. How many volunteers? This sounds like a big thing. So how many volunteers do you think it takes to
We
do
want to
this?
limit the group to make sure it's effective for the kids. So really, we try to limit, we really don't want any more than 20 kids, 30 kids is all we can really do to effectively reach these kids. Any more than that, it's just too big. Usually they'll come with 6 counselors or something like that. And then within the group, we've got we're the host, and we'll accumulate maybe 20 volunteers. You need a boat driver, you need a cameraman in each boat, you need somebody running the beach, you need somebody running the dock. So there's a whole variety of people. And you need multiple people because throughout the whole day, some of these teenagers working, and their attention span wanes. So we'll have 20 or 30 people just helping us with the event. So it's a great experience for young kids too.
the primary 2 of those would be our wives.
Yes.
So if we go through this
Need to give the
session and
wives a
don't
shout
mention
out.
our
Yes,
wives,
yes.
we're probably in big trouble.
Yes.
But no, it's a family, friends that we know, anybody that we can get to come and help. We like to have somebody there that's medically is a nurse or is a physician or is at least knows CPR, those kind of things. So we'll try to always make sure those kind of things are in place for the groups as well.
Yeah, and I think when you're doing any nonprofit, you do pull from your friends and your family, and without them, and like you said, industry, Rambo Marine. I mean, without those people, it's really hard for us as nonprofits to do what we do, right? Also, this has got to be expensive. So, is this something that you need donors for, that they can maybe do a scholarship or a donation to you to make this happen in our community?
It takes about, to run In His Ways organization, it takes about $75 per kid per event for what they incur. So they're driving around with the big motorhome, driving the country. They're carrying a big ski nautique behind them. They're giving out prizes. They're getting all the equipment they're using. And they've got sponsors too. So it takes about $75 per kid just to host the thing. So In His Ways is always a nonprofit, so they're always they do well, but money's not abundant. But so we internally too will raise up with some folks and say, hey, we're having this event, and we'll get some contributions from individuals to host it, so we can help them with these events.
So we can give locally to this organization for the one that is held here in our community on Smith Lake.
Right.
So
Absolutely.
if you would like to donate, do some scholarships for some children, then that would be $75 per child, and you can, I'm sure these gentlemen would be more than happy to help you out with that.
InHisWakes.com.
Okay.
Absolutely.
InHisWakes.com. So, and that's with an S, In His Wakes.
Yeah.
So, also, the last thing that I wanted to end with is the main thing that you need, though, is children to come to this event, correct? how do you find the children that are at risk that will come to our community?
That's an interesting question. Probably the best answer is it just seems that every year God provides. We have had kids from as far away as Greene County, Alabama, down in the Demopolis area. We've had kids from the Huntsville, Decatur area. We've had certainly kids out of Birmingham, so kind of all around. But that is, that you mentioned, that is one of our challenges, are finding good groups that will come. You know, sometimes people are concerned about liability and insurance and those kind of things, but I mean, this is a first-class organization, and it's well run and well taken care of, so nothing to worry about in that regard. But finding groups of kids at risk to come and participate is one of our needs.
Okay. So if you have a group that you would be interested in hooking up with these two gentlemen and in his wakes, then maybe you could reach out to us we can do the Lakeside Life magazine or Community with Carol, and we will get you in touch with these two gentlemen and hopefully give them another group of at-risk children that they can minister to and just actually give them a day of enjoyment. Because I know what you were talking about, seeing somebody on a tube for the first time. There's nothing like that. So you gentlemen, I can see, get a really big reward out of this.
We get a lot more out of it than the kids do.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I can tell that.
Yeah.
They're very passionate. And to sit here with these two gentlemen and watch them light up when they talk about this organization, I don't think you would be disappointed in what you got. So I hope that you've seen something today that has motivated you to get up, get out, and get involved.